Fintech, Payments at Flipkart. Together they'll be discussing payment-led growth in e-commerce. We can't wait for them to start over. Come on everyone, let's give them a round of applause, please.
Hi, good afternoon. Am I audible? Hi, Ritesh. Hi, Ritesh. Hey, Nakul, how are you doing? Exciting day in Bangalore today. And for a change, we're meeting in a different venue apart from where we usually end up meeting. No, I think it's an exciting time. India's e-commerce sector has transformed in a big manner, and we can see that the sector has opened up in a very, very big way. Whether we talk about B2B, B2C, C2B or C2C. And I think one of the reasons for that is a company which started 15 years back, two people starting it, and they really transformed the way the e-commerce business is today. And by the way, what is wishing out to be is that by 2030, India should be the third biggest market. And Ritesh will go more insight in that, but it's stated to be almost a US $350 billion market by 2030. So I think that really gives us a huge insight on what is coming in the next decade or so in this market. And also shows very, very exciting opportunities from a policy perspective and of course the industry perspective. Let's get it from Ritesh. Ritesh, first question to you. So of course Paytm has been integrated with Flipkart for a while. Tell us how have you worked together with this growth journey with Flipkart? How has it been with us?
Yeah, Nakul, that's an excellent question. When we talk about growth, you're right, Flipkart transformed or brought a revolution into e-commerce in India. And year over year, we have seen exponential growth. We just got done with our Big Billion Day about a month ago, and again we have set new benchmarks when it comes to the scale at which we operate. And one big component of our success, the growth story, has always been our partners. Paytm has been a partner for multiple years. And when it comes to specifically e-commerce platform, I always look at payments as the last leg of the funnel of any e-commerce. Flipkart or for that matter, any other e-commerce company spends a lot of mind share bringing customers to their doorsteps, getting them to search and browse and compare and add things to the cart. Payments is the last piece. It better work. Right? This is where partners like Paytm come in, and we are so glad to have Paytm as a partner in this growth journey together. One of the biggest partners, payments partners that we have, and it has really helped us in this growth journey because I always look at, if you were to look at India as a demography, the first 5 million consumers in India are very different from the next 50 million, and they are very different from the next 200 million, and then we have the long tail. How do we understand the different needs of each of these consumer segments, especially from a payments perspective? Right? This is where Paytm has come in. Paytm, like Flipkart revolutionized e-commerce, Paytm has revolutionized digital payments for many years. And it just makes sense for the two companies to come together, and I truly believe both companies complement each other's strengths to a great deal. And getting to, like I was talking about the pains of those consumer segments, Paytm is a well-known brand wherever we go in India, and that really helped us in the growth story because there was trust that was already established. We do a lot of things in establishing trust of e-commerce, When it comes to payments, Paytm has already established that trust. So our journey was much easier. So thank you so much for that partnership, but it has been a great journey so far.
No, thanks, Ritesh. In fact, it's very rarely that you're equally being a part of the whole big billion day sale as a partner. Saying yes, they should do even better. Let's look at bigger numbers. Let's look at higher scale. I think that's really the partnership that we out for. I think there's a lot of startups over here, and I'm sure they want to understand from you that while Flipkart has a very large presence in big markets and big metros, and I'm sure you have a great analysis on it. What's your strategy on tier 2, tier 3 markets? How you mentioned a bit of it about the first 5 million and then the next 50 million, the next 200 million. How does this play along in these big markets?
Again, an excellent question. When it comes to the tier 2, tier 3 markets, that's our home ground, right, for Flipkart. While we are a well-established player in all markets, metros and tier 1s, tier 2, tier 3s. Tier 2, tier 3 is where the next wave of the online shoppers is going to come. It is already coming, right? And a lot of our strategy centers around how do we cater to the needs of these consumers. Their needs are different. Folks in this room, guys like you and me, we all probably have been shopping online, paying bills online, buying movie tickets online. We know the journey. We know the friction that it comes with OTPs and CAPTCHAs and UPI pins. We are aware of all of that. Right? When it comes to tier 2 and tier 3 towns, many of these folks have not experienced this before, or it's just too much for them to understand and absorb. This is where again partners like Paytm, who are an established brand, when Paytm was there at the right time, when demonetization happened, tremendous growth that the company saw. At the same time, Paytm acquired a lot of their customers from tier 2 and tier 3. So I was alluding to this earlier that it is a well-known established brand. And when it comes to an e-commerce platform like Flipkart, when we are going after this demographic tier 2 and tier 3, having a trusted logo on our final page, which is our payments page, does help a lot. Right? Data has shown us that a lot of our new customers, something we track, customer who has done their first transaction in the last 3 months. Yeah. A lot of these new customers are coming from tier 2, tier 3 towns, and they are using payment modes like wallets and UPI from Paytm as their first mode of payment. So it has really helped us shape up our strategy for tier 2 and tier 3 towns.
Thanks, I think that was pretty helpful. I think you have a great insight on how the consumer in tier 2, tier 3 now is thinking alike. I'm kind of amused that, when you plan a big billion day kind of a sale, and you do it like once or twice a year, and one of course,
once a year.
A big one, and then you also have those small waves. How do you plan for it, and where does the payment partner come there? So what are the things that you really look at from a payment partner in those days? Because suddenly the volumes are almost multiple X's of what it is on a normal day. So first of all, how do you prepare yourself for it, and of course whatever you want to share about it, and where does the payment partner play a role in that?
Again, events like Big Billion Day have defined Flipkart. A lot of people, when this term was coined, the Big Billion Day, this was our 8th event. So at that time, people took notice. Oh, okay, there's something called a Big Billion Day, the biggest sale of the year. Over these last 8 years, we have learned a lot. Initial years we have made mistakes. We have learned a lot. And now we are at a stage where we say, it's just another event. But it's easier said than done. We do spend a lot of our time and energy preparing for such events. And believe it or not, the first 1 hour, actually forget the first 1 hour, the first 15 minutes of this event are the most crucial, especially for my team, the payments team. You know, a lot of, because in payments, we are dependent on a lot of external factors, like partners, like banks, right, UPI framework, and so on, right? A lot of other things that happen on the platform, like merchandising and supply chain, searching and browsing, that's all contained within Flipkart. Payments is one area where we are dependent on external partners. So that first 15 minutes becomes extremely crucial for us. This is where, again, thank you for the support so far. I remember at midnight, stroke of the Big Billion Day sale, we were on call with your team throughout, making sure everything is going smooth, whether it was card processing or UPI or wallet, any mode of payment. It takes a lot of effort on not just Flipkart but partners like you to make such events so successful. And it's not just the Big Billion Day, right? Yes, it is the biggest event of the year for us, but throughout the year we have many other sale events. We call this the festive month, right? It starts with Big Billion Day. Actually, before Big Billion Day, there is an entry sale that happens. And then there is a Dashera sale, a Diwali sale. For all of these events, we depend highly on the resiliency and the robustness of the partner. We are tracking very closely the success rate metrics. Are we scaling? What is the maximum that we have planned for? And we always breach that. There has never been a single Big Billion Day where we planned for a certain volume and we did not breach it. So what happens when we breach it, right? Are the partners able to scale at the same pace as us? So knock on wood, this Big Billion Day was amazing. And again, thanks to you for that.
Well, that's fantastic. Very good to hear that you reached all your numbers or targets that you reached. I think the other thing that is becoming more and more relevant, and that's something, again, the last one of the audience here, is where does affordability settle in over here? So, we hear of these terms like BNPL, and that's something which is becoming, of course, very big clear in itself. And then, of course, on the card platform, there is the whole EMI. These are options which are making it more affordability, going down to the last line. How relevant is it for you, and how do you think it's going to play out in the long run?
I'm glad you asked that question. Affordability is a very big charter for us at Flipkart. A few years ago, Flipkart is a very customer-centric company. It's one of our core values. We talk to a lot of our customers at all times to understand what their pain points and their needs are. And oftentimes, customers themselves don't know what they want, right? As a company, as a product person, I'm a product person, we have to derive those unspoken insights from those customers. One of the big insights was around affordability. There are so many consumer segments in India who have the propensity to purchase, but they may not have the means to purchase in that moment. Right? This is where products like BNPL, which is a big buzzword these days in the industry, come into play. We launched our BNPL product about 3 years ago, and last year we extended that to our own EMI product. I'm talking Flipkart EMI product, not the regular credit and debit and Bajaj type of EMI products. They are all, of course, supported on the platform. Ever since we have done that, we have seen great adoption. We have seen our average order value go up, right? Imagine as a customer, you have a budget of buying a 10,000 rupee mobile phone on Flipkart, but your dream phone is that 15,000 rupee phone. At that time, you just don't have enough means to pay for that. Just a couple of months ago, we launched an industry first feature where we will let you check out and just pay 10,000 rupees now and pay the remaining 5,000 at the end of the month and get your hands on that dream phone that you're buying, right? So this is where products like BNPL and EMI become really, really important for us. We recently launched the Paytm postpaid product on our payments platform. Again, being very customer first, customer centric. We know that Paytm has huge reach already in India, and a lot of customers are already using the Paytm postpaid product on different platforms. Then why not offer that on Flipkart as well? Yes, we have our own product as well, but again, being truly customer first, it makes sense to join hands and provide as many affordability levels to our customers as possible on our platform.
So I think great points you said, Ritesh, here. That one, it's not about our own product, but it's also about can we give as many wider options to our consumers, because at that point of time, let him or her not use our page without buying the stuff, and as many options that are available helps. The other, of course, is that it helps with the impulse purchase and of course increasing the order size. So yeah, I think that great point. I think great insight, because affordability is clearly the buzzword, and I think now I know the reasons why it's really going where it is going. The other interesting point that I'm sure people would want to know is about the super coins. So what is it, and what makes it so unique? What's the strategy around it, and where does this come from? The whole super coin story.
Yeah, Super Coins is our loyalty program. In very simple terms, every time you purchase on Flipkart, we give you Super Coins, which can be then redeemed on future purchases on Flipkart, as well as on many other external platforms as well. I'll give you an analogy. Anytime, this is my personal experience. Say you're doing offline shopping, you're in a mall, I'm with my wife, and she picks a nice t-shirt, say 1,000 rupees t-shirt, and she's made up her mind, yeah, okay, this is 1,000 rupees is worth the price for this type of a t-shirt. She goes to the checkout counter, and the guy says, oh ma'am, thank you for shopping with us all the time. You can have this t-shirt for 950 rupees. Now, 50 rupees is not a big amount, right? But that sudden joy, that delight that consumers get, and I'm not talking about Indian consumers. Anywhere, you had made up your mind, okay, for this product I'm going to spend so much. At checkout, you get a surprise, okay, wow, even if it was a small amount, I got a good bargain. I look at super coins, this is my personal experience that way. So many times, I forget that, okay, I've accumulated so many super coins. I've added things to my cart and I'm ready to check out. On the last page, instead of 3,000, I'm paying only 2,900. Wow, that's great, right? I did not plan for it. I don't even have to remember it, right? So super coins has been a great story for us in that regard. There is a phrase I use at Flipkart. I call it, feel special with Flipkart. So every consumer, loyal consumer that comes to us, we want them to feel special whenever they come to Flipkart. And Super Coins is one way for us to reward them with currency that they can use for future purchases, and not just on Flipkart, but in other platforms as well.
Absolutely, brilliant. I think since this is a startup event, I just thought maybe something that you can leave behind for everyone as to what should they look at when they're choosing a payment partner, and any particular advice you want to give them from our.
See, when we are looking at a payments partner, I alluded to this earlier, payments is one of the most critical pieces of any funnel. It need not be e-commerce funnel, it could be anything else. You better check out. Right? And in payments, I was talking to someone earlier today, no experience is the best experience when it comes to payments and checkout. So a partner who can scale to your needs, who understands your target demographic, who understands what different types of payment modes my customer would want to have on the checkout page, and at the same time extremely resilient and supportive, as innovative. Because I mean, we have seen what has happened in India. Every couple of years we see a new revolution coming in the payment space. So somebody who's always ahead of the curve, working very closely with the government institutions, have that vision of what's going to come next, so that they are very well prepared. So if you are a startup looking for a payments partner, look for these things to make sure at least this is one less burden. I know as a startup, as a founder, you have tons of things on your mind. Picking a payments partner or making sure your payments are working at the end of the funnel should be least of your burdens. So that's where a great partner like a Paytm comes in.
Thanks a lot, Ritesh. So we're done. If there's anything anybody wants to ask, Ritesh will ask. Otherwise, we're done from our side.
Thank you so much. I know lunch has been served, so you've been waiting patiently. So
Great insights. I think it really, thank you for coming all the way, and we really, there's a commitment from our side, and it was that the way we serve Ritesh and the organization, we're there for all startups in the same manner. So look forward to partnering with all of you. Thank you.
thank you all.